Buffalo Bills C plus is what I'm giving Buffalo. You address some of your issues, like you need edge help. AJ Epinesa coming in, 10 million a year. It's kind of where he's playing at, is that 10 million a year mark. I think it's a fine signing. It's cool. Bringing back Daquan Jones, huge. He was injured a lot for most of the year last year, and when he did come in, he played exceptionally well, super highly graded, great run stops, a couple of sacks thrown in there as well. He's aging, so a 2-year contract makes sense. But then you go and you free up all this money and you make it a priority to re-sign Mitch Trubisky. Like, that's your priority all of a sudden. You also just brought in Mac Hollins to stretch the field a little bit since you lost Gabe Davis. I think that's really cool. But that's all you could bring in because you don't really have the money to. A lot of this stuff isn't moving the needle for me. The Deion Dawkins thing, he got a 3-year, $60.5 million extension. It's cool. Great. Played a ton of snaps, low amount of sacks given up. But now he's top 3 in offensive tackle money. So C plus for them. You're not addressing a ton of issues. You're bringing back a couple of guys, extending them. You're addressing the edge. Nothing really moves the needle for me for Buffalo.
Yeah, we obviously have a different grading process, which is going to make some of this inconsistent, but the Buffalo Bills are going to get a D from me. I understand the money, but I told you I'm not going to grade on the money. You lose Jordan Poyer, you lose Nyheim Hines, you lose Tre'Davious White, you lose so much
Mitch
talent.
Morris,
you lose
Leonard
so much
Floyd.
talent. You re-sign Taylor Rapp. I guess that's cool. Deion Dawkins gets the extension. That's cool. The Mitch Trubisky thing is a joke, waste of time.
Yeah.
You lost so much talent. You didn't replenish the talent. So when you released 7 or 8 guys and you have signed 3 or 4, you're now at a deficit of where you ended the season, and the season didn't end well for you. So to me, you haven't gotten any better.
Yeah.
Yes, I know the money, but your decisions put you in that place that, you don't get to say, hey, we had a good free agency considering we didn't have any money. Well, your prior decisions made it to where you didn't have any money. So it's an all encompassing thing. And I know you guys wanted to be the Los Angeles Rams, and you wanted to trade all your draft picks and sign all these guys and go all in. And it didn't work because the Rams won their championship during, in 2020, just like every other team in LA got their Mickey Mouse championships. LeBron and the Dodgers, they won 60 games and got a World Series. Congratulations. None of it really matters. So the Rams little thing they did where they traded away all their draft picks for a while, it kind of hasn't proven to be a sustainable thing. The Bills made decisions. They had to cut a ton of talent, and as of right now, they haven't replenished that talent. So, and I honestly really am not going to be the guy that gives a grade of an incomplete, because that's whack. But right now, it's just a D because your team has Super Bowl aspirations and you've gotten worse. Your team is worse today than it was when the season ended, and that's just a fact. So, again, offseason grades coming later, this offseason, and that may change. But for right now, not a fan.
Yeah, and they can have an awesome draft. Right now, currently at pick 28, they're slated. Once again, slating a wide receiver to them. This doesn't change for me. Mac Hollins coming in doesn't move the needle, doesn't do anything for me personally. I'm still picking a wide receiver, especially when you're looking at the consensus draft and you see that Brian Thomas Jr. is the most common to fall to them at 28, which I don't know if he will. 6'3", running a 4.33 is kind of insane. One of 3 people to ever run that at that height. 45 pounds heavier than Xavier Worthy and runs at a 4th. It's a nutcase. It's to say the least. So again, doesn't change it for me. I think they should still go wide receiver. So far, free agency period hasn't done anything to change that.